Welcome back. Let us now look at a very important sector, which is a construction sector. And one of the very important and interesting stock which I came across in this sector is KNR Construction. KNR Construction has its reach in two kinds of construction. One is with respect to the building of roads, bridges, railways, etc., railway lines, etc., and another one is with respect to irrigation projects, wherein there is a construction of check dams, the dams, and other irrigational project. So if you could see here, let us go through the order book first of KNR Construction. The order book as on 31st March 2022, you can see that the distribution across the two sectors, the irrigation sector and road sector, is at the ratio of 3:1. So, if so, 75% of its revenue comes from road sector, and remaining 3:1, that is 25%, comes from irrigation sector. So, this is the order book or the structural representation of this company. Now let us go and find out who are the clients of this company. If you could see here, the clients ranges from various governmental as well as non-governmental organizations. If you want to see the governmental organizations, they are Ministry of Rail, Road and Highways. There is an Andhra Pradesh Road Development Corporation. There is a National Highway Authority of India. There is even Uttar Pradesh State Highway Development, as well as NMDC. And NMDC is one of the private company, it is one of the public sector company which takes help from KNR Construction in order to materialize its various needs. So this is how it's the client base of a KNR Construction. So, and one of the very important thing is KNR Construction has got a very good in-house equipments. In-house equipments basically involves the construction equipments like a bulldozer or a weighing bridge or a tractor or a loader or compressors for cement compression, the crushers for the stone crushing. All those things are being taken care by the in-house equipments of this company. So it has a very good in-house equipments which is around 13,231 million rupees of in-house equipments it has. And also it has recently established two new companies, subsidiaries, which is KNR Guruvayur Infrastructure Private Limited and KNR Ramanakattu Infrastructure Private Limited. It is mainly involved in construction of roads in the Kerala region. Okay, and let us come now go ahead and see the project execution capability of this company. If you could see the project execution capability of company, you can see that it almost most of the time, the project execution has completed way before the actual completion days. So if you could see here some of the examples of Ramanapalli to Mangalore, it was planned for 887 days and it is completed in 887 days. But if you go to Tiruchirappalli to Kaligam project, it was planned for 1000 days and it has been completed in 911 days. So what happens when a company is able to perform this projects quickly? It would definitely be given the bonus from the constructors, because it would save a lot of time cost for the clients. So that is why it also generates its revenue in terms of bonus because of completion of these projects at a faster level. Okay, and now let us try to understand the domestic distribution of this company. So where and all, which states this company has made its mark. This domestic distribution, if you could see it, mainly most of the projects are in the southern states, but that does not make it only a southern specific company. It is already planning and has some of the projects from Uttar Pradesh as well. So it is expanding its horizon to other places as well. Okay, so this is one of the very important thing. So these are the few basic things, principal things of a company which we are studying. Now let us quickly go to the fundamentals of this company and try to understand how the company is faring fundamentally. If you could see, the market capitalization of the company is around 7,000 crore. So it is in that mid cap range company with a stock P of 19.9, which is, when compared to the industrial P of 36, it is trading at a very low PE, that is, it is undervalued. Now let us go and see the debt to equity. So this, we should, one thing we should understand here is, it is a construction company. So construction company requires a large amount of money. They need the money for execution of project. So even though they need large amount of money, if you could see, the debt to equity is just 0.63, and if you compare with other companies like IRB, I would just show IRB Infrastructure Development Company. If you could see here, the debt to equity is 1.33. So if you compare with its counterpart, it has a very low debt to equity compared to its counterpart. And also another important thing is price to earning growth ratio. Price to earning growth ratio is 0.72, which is less than 1, which is a very good number. And also another thing which we have to concentrate is return on capital employed and return on equity. Both are in a very good number, that is around 21% and 17% respectively. So this is one of the important thing, and it has seen consistent growth in its sale in the last 3 years. So that is another important thing. Now let us go and study the volume chart of this company. See KNR Constructions volume chart. So if you could see here, it is, if I see for the last 3 months, you could see here that there was a huge buying once on 17th March, and currently it has jumped up from 239, that is 220 range, to 250 range, because the market is currently under pressure from last 15 days. But you could still see that there is no drastic fall, and one of the important reason is with its result. So let us now go ahead and see its results. So for these results of this quarter, if you could see here, the sales are at all-time high of 1,102 crores, with operating profit at 279 crores, which is again all-time high, and operating profit margin is up by 25%. And if you could see here, the net profit is 139, which is understandable considering that it has, that is debt, so it has to pay the interest. So if you could see here, interest has increased a bit because of the loan part. So interest has increased a bit, so its net profit has reduced. But if you see the earning per share, you could see that from the last 3 quarters, it has increased, and it has come around 5, which is a very good number actually. And if you could see year on year sale, there is increase of around 20 to 25% in the sales, and definitely with this the profit has increased and shown a substantial growth. So that is one of the added advantage which I could see in this company. Now let us come to the shareholding pattern of the company. If you could see, in the last 1 year, even the promoters shareholding has reduced by around 2%. But one of the very important thing is, if you could see, the foreign institutional investors, they have put in lot of money in this company. Their share percentage has increased by around 1%, which is a very good number considering that from the past 6 months the FIIs have taken away a lot of money from the Indian market and invested somewhere else. But if you could see here, FII's investment has increased. Similarly, DII's investment is also very good, which is around 34 to 35%, which is a very good number. And public holding is at the minimal. So these are the characteristic features which makes the KNR Construction very good company. And if you could see, one of the things which I wanted to share here is with respect to or the investors presentation, which we can see here. It has shown a key highlights. If you could see here, the financial highlights compared to Q4 of FY21 to Q4 of FY22, there is an increase of revenue, EBITDA margins, EBITDA as well as a PAT. So these are the very good numbers if you could see. And also it has shown some great improvement in terms of net working capital days. So it has shown improvement, and if it continues to grow with days to come, definitely this company is going to be a very good bet in coming future. But also you have to be wary of the fact that even though it has shown a greater maturity in terms of its revenue generation, but we should be tracking it on the quarter to quarter basis about the growth the company is showing. So please make sure that all these factors are taken into consideration before making any investment plan in this company. Also, please note, this is not any buying or selling recommendation. This video is just for the educational purpose. Please do like, share and subscribe if you like this video. Also please wait for my next video in the coming days with some more new companies. Thank you very much.